Breakfast was at 8:30 AM, by which time the Pacific Dawn already had clearance to disembark passengers.
Yeah. Look, it just came off. See, look, that's good timing. That's good timing, eh?
Do you have to video everything?
Yeah, go video everything. So you'll get a photo with him? We'll get a photo. Yeah.
The water taxis were ready. These cost $5 one way to take you from the port to the central business district. But, being independent travellers, we had other plans. There's no formal border control, and as long as you have your cruise card and government ID with you, then you can get on and off the ship as you wish. If you book a tour via the ship, then you pay more. The tour takes longer and you can't customise it. The benefit, of course, is that it's a total turnkey situation.
Hey, do you think Cash want one of these?
No, because
Too big, too big, too big. They'll fit me though.
we got to go back.
If you're independent travellers like us, then you have to negotiate the tour price yourself, and everything is at your risk.
Yeah, we'll go sightseeing and the waterfalls and the flying fox.
What?
The flying fox.
Zip line.
The swing, the swing.
Zip line. Zip line.
So on these sides,
The tour operators and souvenir stores are all located 1 minute's walk from the pier.
Oh yeah.
A price of $250 was agreed to transport 8 of us for a full day to go wherever we wanted, but didn't include entrance fees. Simon and Aletha wanted to go to an ATM machine, so the driver pulled over, and there was a supermarket there too, so Simon bought some apples. It's okay, I'm just recording your PIN number. The Vanuatu unit of currency is the Vatu, so 5,000 Vatu is about $60 Australian. However, locals will also accept Australian dollars and coins. Are you tired? Too much partying, eh?
No, he's a bit scared.
He's what?
Scared.
Really? Oh. We assured Oakley that Simon and I would use our superpowers to protect him, so there was no need for him to be scared. Port Vila is the capital and largest city of Vanuatu, with a population of 44,000, which accounts for 20% of the population of the country. The Melanesians were there from at least 1300 BC, and the Portuguese were the first Europeans to arrive in May 1606. When I first went there in 1973, we referred to the country as the New Hebrides, but by 1980 it had established its own independence. 43 years ago there was no pier for cruise ships, and shop owners were mostly Chinese. It was a dirty place with litter everywhere. Today, Chinese shops still dominate business, with a big influx of new generation Chinese immigrating from China. Vanuatu has to import a lot of goods, which makes commodities like these New Zealand apples, bought from the supermarket, expensive. Our first port of call was to be the Mele Cascade Waterfall, a drive of about 10 kilometres from the town and a popular tourist destination.
Everywhere we've been, we always get a cool one.
The walk to the falls is about 1 kilometre. It starts off easy, but the latter part of the climb is steep, and a few people were struggling to get up the path. I was having trouble with hot flushes, and the resulting perspiration meant that I consumed all of my water, about half a litre, by the time I got to the top. For that reason, Lillian stayed behind down at the car park. There had been heavy rain overnight, and there's a fair bit of water flowing through the streams, which we had to cross.
We're all going to the same place, we'll get there in the end.
Yeah. Entrance to the falls is $20 per person.
You like to swim? No, where's my phone? I don't know.
The waterfall is 34 metres, nothing to write home about, but made a change from being at sea. You don't jump. While waiting for the others to come down from the waterfall, I spent some time chatting to the locals.
You don't follow me, you don't follow me. Look at you got the
Next, we asked the driver to take us to the Blue Lagoon, a distance of 40 kilometres from the waterfall. Entrance to the Blue Lagoon is $12 per adult and $6 per child, and you can buy food and drink there at elevated prices, and the toilets are not for the faint-hearted either. The harmless spiders are free. Pawpaws are everywhere if you like that sort of thing.
Did they make this place or did they find this place?
I think it's a natural dome, but this is all man-made, obviously.
Where do we put our stuff from? There's a fish down there.
I'm not going to use it, I'm not going in.
While the subsequent generations were having fun, Lillian and I went for refreshments. On the way back from the lagoon, we decided to call into a turtle farm. After a photo shoot at the entrance, we were then led away to the main turtle area. What do we do now?
Yes, just wait for them to take a picture.
Are they your turtles, are they? Do you own the turtles?
No, we look after them.
Oh, right. Do you eat them or...?
No, we don't eat them. Only you tourists if you want to eat them.
No, oh, wow, that looks nice.
Yes, turtle barbecue.
We're only joking.
A long time we eat turtles.
Really?
Yes. Our great-grandparents eat turtles, but now it's putted. The fish eat them.
Oh, I see.
There's big ones in there where you can swim with them, big Ben and Big Mama, 160, 140 years old.
Goodness.
And there's the boys over there.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. The first stop was the baby turtle tank. These are released into the wild after about 9 months to increase their survival chances.
Oh, Regan! Say please.
And the power behind? That's it?
One of them swimming with their feet.
Does it feel like a ghost?
No. Feels like a turtle.
I don't know, I've touched a turtle before.
Oh, sorry.
Where's the
Scared of the turtle. We should make sure we get a toad on him next time. Oh, I don't need to feed them. Look.
Snapchat. He's trying to escape.
Scared of a baby turtle.
Next we visited the adult turtle enclosure.
Oakley.
Oh, stop it! Stop it!
Hop in the middle and I'll get two.
I'm gonna look at they're kissing! Or biting. We saw one of these.
What, you're a star.
Star woman!
Have you been watching Star Wars, have you?
Star Wars. It's on my phone. Star Wars is on my phone.
Poor turtle, yeah.
I feel bad for these turtles.
Would have been easy
Don't worry, the little ones will go into the feed once they're older.
And finally, this massive crab climbs coconut trees and uses its huge nippers to crack open coconuts to eat. After that, we decided to conclude our sightseeing and head back to the ship.
Cold drinks.
Oh, is that right? Oh, that's sad, but I was too thirsty though. A few hours later and the ship departed. Propellers at the back and the front of this vessel give it amazing manoeuvrability. As usual, the leaving port party fired up, and if you're a party animal, well, this could be party heaven. My camera is a small point-and-shoot camera, the Canon SX60HS. This is an example of its 65 times zoom capability. Out of 195 countries, Vanuatu is ranked 183rd in terms of GDP, and only 11% of the population has internet. So despite its good climate, beautiful beaches, great sunsets, it's not a destination I'm anxious to go to. That night Simon organised a Japanese specialty family dinner at $30 per head. On the menu were things like edamame, miso soup, sashimi, sushi, tataki and ice cream, my favourite. Tataki is seared wagyu beef shavings in soy and honey marinade. So day 5 of our 8-day cruise was another great day of memories, and we hope you enjoyed coming along with us.